We've got less than 2 weeks left until we see the launch of our 4th operation here in Black Ops 4. And alongside a new set of contraband items and presumably a new seasonal theme, Operation 4 will also be introducing our 3rd DLC pack into the game as well, meaning brand new maps and multiplayer, some new blackout map updates, a new specialist, and a whole lot more. So today, we're taking a look at everything we know about DLC 3 here in Black Ops 4. What's up guys, Zacher Immortal here, welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. We are currently on the road to 40,000 subscribers, so if you are new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Black Ops 4 and Call of Duty news and intel, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it does really help the channel grow. Now, quick little update before we do jump into the DLC 3 talk. I just want to give you guys a brief little update about what we covered yesterday in the new patch video, specifically regarding Arsenal Sandstorm. Now, prior to yesterday's little mini update even going live, Treyarch had said that Arsenal Sandstorm would be going live on all platforms as of yesterday. However, players quickly noticed that Arsenal Sandstorm was nowhere to be found. It wasn't in the regular map rotation, and it was not in custom games. And a few hours later, Treyarch actually tweeted out saying, "Today we were unable to launch Arsenal Sandstorm across all platforms as we initially planned. We are currently working to release the map as soon as possible, and will provide an update as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience." So literally, now we have no idea when this map could be coming to the game. I mean, it could be later today, tomorrow, next week, or even with Operation 4 and DLC 3 for all we know. But regardless, I did want to fill you guys in real quick on what's going on there, since I did have a lot of comments yesterday asking about where Arsenal Sandstorm was and why it was not in the game. But with that said and out of the way now, let's get into Black Ops 4's 3rd DLC pack. What do we know? What can we expect? We've got it all covered today. First and foremost, like I mentioned in the intro, DLC 3 will be launching at the end of the month on April 30th, according to the countdown on the Grand Heist Contraband slide. And much like DLC 2 and Operation 3, our next major content update is going to be adding in a ton of new features and updates to the game. Let's start off first over in multiplayer, where here we actually have a pretty good inclination as to what we know is coming with our next DLC pack. For Black Ops Pass owners, we know we're going to be seeing 3 brand new maps. Yes, 3, as opposed to our previous installments of 2 DLC maps per operation, with Madagascar and Elevation in Absolute Zero, and Lockup and Casino in Grand Heist. We actually know this thanks to Treyarch's April 2nd update blog briefing, where they mentioned that DLC 3 will feature 3 more new multiplayer maps, and in total, by the end of Black Ops 4's Year 1 lifecycle, Black Ops Pass owners will have 12 DLC maps in total. And seeing as we have 4 in the game that I previously mentioned, and DLC 3 will be bringing 3 more maps into the game, that'll then bring the new total of DLC maps up to 7. Then with Operation 5 and DLC 4, we can expect to see either 2 or 3 more new maps come to the game, and then with Operation 6 and DLC 5, we'll see the vice versa option, where if we get 3 maps with Operation 5, Operation 6 will then have 2 maps, or vice versa, making our total DLC map count up to 12. So, come April 30th, Black Ops Pass owners can expect to see 3 brand new DLC maps added into the game. And side note here with these maps, new really does actually mean new. I know that word has had a pretty loose definition according to the community, as maps like Arsenal Sandstorm are dubbed as new maps, but some people tend to think otherwise. But when it does come down to the official DLC maps, these actually are never before seen maps. But as of right now, we do not have any word on what these next 3 DLC maps will be, we just know when they are coming. On top of that, for Black Ops Pass owners, we'll also have a new Black Ops Pass Blackout exclusive character unlocked, but that is more so coinciding with Operation 4 rather than DLC 3, but nonetheless, that'll be coming as well. For multiplayer, DLC 3 will also be bringing to the game a brand new specialist character within the new Operation 4 Contraband stream, and according to the leaks we have as of right now, Spectre from Black Ops 3 appears to be coming as our next specialist character. Now, we've covered some of the leaked intel here on the channel in the past, but to summarize, there are actually some in-game voice lines from Zero and even Reaper directly referencing Spectre in a multiplayer scenario, and also we've got a brand new leak stemming from Reddit user Zarson1270, which shows in his created class menu the acoustic sensor, except it's not described as the acoustic sensor. It instead refers to this equipment as a smoke grenade, with the description, smoke grenade with a large radius. Enemies inside are visible to Spectre. And if an equipment is solely beneficial to one specialist and one specialist alone, one would have to assume it's because that equipment is actually connected to that referenced specialist. So, my best guess, Spectre's specialist equipment is actually going to be this smoke grenade in which only he can see the enemies within it. I am, though, very curious to see if a thermal scope would actually function properly with this smoke grenade, because if so, I can already see the amount of thermal titans spamming smoke grenades left and right, which in that case is a hard pass from me. Anyways, if in fact Spectre is our next specialist character, alongside the smoke grenade, we're also going to see a brand new specialist weapon introduced, and as of right now, we gotta assume it's gonna be the Ripper from Black Ops 3 since that was Spectre's specialist weapon. However, I would assume it'd probably return with some tweaks and adjustments for it to better fit in a boots on the ground combat scenario. Of course, alongside Spectre, this brand new contraband stream will also feature, based on the past, 2 to 3 new DLC weapons, 1 melee and 2 ranged. Hopefully we end up seeing the Vendetta or the Mini 14 sniper prior to DLC 3 launching, but if we don't, I would expect that to be included with that next contraband update too. Also, a quick little side note here, we do know our second Twitch Prime pack is going to be dropping at some point this month, although no official release date has been confirmed there as of yet. But with our first Twitch Prime pack dropping on, I believe, March 27th, having the second Prime pack drop on April 30th would equate to a nice little 1-month span between the two, so we could see that coming here with DLC 3 as well. With this next Prime pack, I would expect to probably see another new camo and specialist outfit introduced, and who knows, maybe a jump pack or something for blackout as well, but nonetheless, that is also on the horizon as of right now. Now, switching focus over to blackout, here we can expect to see more of the same in terms of map updates, as each of our previous DLCs and operations have included some pretty significant changes. We originally just had some aesthetic changes on the map to start with, but with Operation Absolute Zero, we saw Hijacked introduced, and then with Grand Heist, we saw Ghost Town alongside a slew of new areas added in all across the map. And now with Operation 4 and DLC 3, I would expect to see yet another significant update come to the map in the form of at least one new location. For all I know, we could just be getting one new point of interest and that's it, but at the same time, we could also see a repeat of what we saw in Grand Heist and have multiple areas all across the map receive some minor updates as well. Now, I know I've talked a little bit with my buddies Ecoli, Espresso, and Inkslasher about this a little bit, and I think we've all come to the conclusion that that northeastern part of the map might just be targeted for our next update, seeing as the west coast was updated with Hijacked and the southeast was updated with Ghost Town. So, keep an eye out in the coming days and weeks because we are approaching that time frame in which some new map update teasers might begin to surface. I am also very curious to see what happens with Alcatraz, as it was really a location teased with Operation Grand Heist. I'm not sure if the Alcatraz portal mode is going to end up disappearing with DLC 3 and Operation 4. I would say I certainly hope not, because I do really enjoy playing on Alcatraz, but it is always possible that that disappears with this update as well, but for that, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Finally, over in Zombies, here we don't have a ton to go off of because we did just recently receive Ancient Evil a few weeks back, so I'm assuming no new Zombies map will be coming with DLC 3, at least initially, but instead we'll see the Dead of the Night Gauntlet if it has not already gone live by the time April 30th rolls around. We do also know that Zombies factions are going to be coming to the game in Operation 4, so the DLC 3 update should include that as well. And with that said, as of right now, that is everything we know about DLC 3 here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Of course, outside of everything we brought up today, there is bound to be a few extra updates and a few more surprises included within our next major content drop as well. And when all of this stuff does end up coming to the game, you already know we're going to be covering it here on the channel, so if you do want to stay up to date with all of that and everything else Black Ops 4 and Call of Duty related, definitely consider subscribing with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. And if you did enjoy this one, definitely drop a like on it, as it is much appreciated. that does effectively wrap things up for today. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.